I'm sure all of you watching this video have played a video game. Maybe you yourself have played an obscure game too, or maybe even one I mentioned in this video. For those who do not know what obscure means, according to a dictionary, it means not discovered or known about. So what I mean by obscure games is a game that not many people know about. With that, let's get on with the video. The first game I want to talk about is actually made by Nintendo, and I bet none of you know about this one. Good Job is a game released on the Nintendo Switch on March 26, 2020. Basically, it's just a game about going to work. But there's a twist. You see, you don't necessarily have to do your work right. Like, if you want to get a printer from one place to another, you could bring it there or launch it through a wall. Although this game is obscure, I've always loved playing it with friends. One thing I used to do with my little sister was go to a lazy river level and fill the entire pool with every item in the level. We used to call this a traffic jam. Another funny story was we were just mucking about on one level when suddenly I started holding a fire extinguisher the wrong way, which normally can't do. With the fire extinguisher, I was planning to sit on a chair and push myself around. But instead of that, I started to float in the air and couldn't get off the chair. I tried respawning the player, but ended up spawning out of bounds and incapable of moving. Since then, we kept on trying to recreate the glitch, but it never worked. Overall, I recommend getting Good Job, although its art style reeks of corporate minimalism. Yet again, I'm talking about another Nintendo game, which this time, I'm really surprised nobody knows about. Unless you do. This game is Wario Ware DIY, released in 2012, which is basically just a game where you make your own WarioWare micro games. I don't really have much to say about this one, but trust me, it's worth checking out. On to the next one. This one will be the last and final game I'll talk about, and yes, this video is short. Anyway, let me introduce you to Elebits, a game with Pikmin lookalikes who steal your electricity and you have to shoot them with a gun. A capture gun. What the capture gun is used for is to capture Elebits to gain power back and unlock different parts of the level. The goal of the game is to get watts from the Elebits and bring electricity back to the world. In actuality, I haven't really played much of that game, and I'm barely that far into it, but I have made some memories, and I want to share them with y'all. I think the first story I should tell about is how I got the game. It all started when the Goodville game section still existed. And I wanted to play a game where I play as a little tiny guy. So I found the game at my local Goodville and was excited to play it. Much to my disappointment, you do not play as little tiny guys, you fight them. Also, just a little side story, that's also the reason I got Pikmin. The next story is about a weird thing on the back of the box, which actually is true. On the back of the box, it shows a picture of a capture gun picking up a house, and my destructive little brain wanted to pick up the house. Unfortunately, I couldn't get past level 3, which means I also never knew there were boss battles in the game. Also, I would like to mention that the art of this game is made by the same person who made the Nightmare anime, Made in Abyss. Anyway, with that, the video comes to an end, and like all things do, even when we don't want them to. That totally wasn't my way of saying it. This video was too short.
Oh, hello there. It looks like you actually made it to the end. Good job. I would like to tell you a little mistake I made talking about the game Good Job. I didn't realize this until I started animating, but the game isn't actually made by Nintendo. That's just what my Switch said. It was actually made by Paladin, and it was published by Nintendo, so I just wanted to clear that up. Anyway, sorry for the long wait for my video, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.